Okay, definite integral from 0 to 4 of the square root of 2x plus 1 dx. We see radicals at this point in our anti-deriving experiences. We know that that means we're going to have to get some kind of rational exponent. We have to get rid of the radical and have a rational exponent, but the radicand, the item underneath the radical, that's going to be our u because we only want a single variable for what's going on underneath the radical. So let's make u equal to that 2x plus 1. du is going to be twice dx. We've got the dx, we don't have the 2, so 2 on the inside, 1/2 on the outside. You guys are becoming pros at this by now. While we're doing this, let's work with our u variables as well in terms of the bounds, okay? So if u is equal to 0, if x is equal to 0, u is going to be twice 0 plus 1, or 1. And then if x is 4, then u will be equal to twice 4 plus 1, or 9. So there's our new bounds, 1 to 9. Now we can do our substitution all at once. So here we go. We have 1/2, and then the integral from 1 to 9, because those are my bounds in terms of u. I've got the square root of u. But again, I want to take the antiderivative of that. So we're looking at having u to the 1/2. All right, we know that a square root is a 1/2 power. U to the 1/2, and then I need 2 dx, 2 and dx, so du can come into play. Okay, so now we're ready to do our antiderivative. U to the 1/2, we have to add 1 to that, so 1 plus 1/2 or 3/2 is our new exponent. So we have 1/2, and then we have u to the 3/2 over 3/2, and that's evaluated from 1 to 9. Okay, so now where do we go from here? We have this 1/2 out front, we're dividing by 3/2. How do we plug in the 9 and 1 and come up with an answer without the use of a calculator? Well, for starters, if we're dividing by 9/2, what are we actually multiplying by? Yes, the reciprocal, which would be 2/3. So we can kind of eliminate the 3/2 there and make that multiplying by 2/3, which is good for us because now that means our 2's are gone. All right, and we end up having u to the 3/2 over 3. All right, so time out from that quickly. What's u to the 3/2 in terms of a square root? All right, well, we know that the denominator tells us it's a square root, and the numerator is what we're doing to u. So in this case, we're cubing u, but we're taking the square root of that. So what does that mean? Well, we have the square root of u cubed. Okay, but keep in mind that we're still dividing this by 3. And that's being evaluated from 1 to 9. All right, now we have a better idea of what's going on when we plug in the numbers. We plug in the 9 first, so we have the square root of 9 cubed over 3 minus the square root of 1 cubed over 3. Now 9 cubed, okay, well, I'll let you use your calculator for this if you don't want to do it in your head. 9 cubed, 81 times 9, or 729. We want the square root of that. The square root of 729 is 27. All right, so we have 27 over 3. And we're going to subtract 1 over 3. Much easier with the 1 than it is with the 9, wouldn't you agree? All right, so we have 27/3 minus 1/3, or 26/3 as our answer.